Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blow the Whistle Sports. I'm your host, Wayne Holloway, and thank you once again for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. And like always, if you want to see something on the show or you have a bright idea that you want to see us implement on the show, drop them in those comments below or hit us on any one of our social media outlets. Holler at us, we holler back. But without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into this. It's been a nice weekend, and some serious action went on over the weekend. But first, let me introduce you to my co-host, and he goes by the name of Mr. Steven Rubain. How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm feeling great. I now got a team I can cheer for since my Lakers are out.
Oh my goodness! You're a Laker.
I'm a little heartbroken because my Lakers are out, but Cleveland did pull it out versus Detroit, so I guess I'm gonna put all my marbles on them. So
yeah. Let me give a score update since we just now starting too. Spurs 66, Thunder 63. And all while this show's going on, we're gonna give you constant updates. But Steve, how was your weekend? And did you watch the MMA?
Like I said, Wednesday I was a little hurt over the Lakers, on the show Wednesday. Now I've kind of recovered, kind of gotten over it. Now, I'm going to get behind Cleveland. So
I mean, they got swept, Steve. That's my squad, but we got swept, and the handwriting was on the wall. I mean, OKC not playing with nobody this season. They're not playing with nobody. But we kind of called it,
The way I look at it, series, a loss is a loss. Whether you get swept or you lose in 7, you still lose. So I'm not going to put too much into that.
I feel you. You can feel like that, but getting swept, that's a big ordeal. When they bring the broom out, that's a big ordeal. That's big. You couldn't even strategize to get one game in. You couldn't poke them in the eye. You couldn't step on their foot. You couldn't do something.
It's a team sport, man. It's a team sport. You got to have a team. I mean, the Lakers team was just not good enough.
Hey, put it how you want to put it. I remember the teams of old and being outmatched, and then them devising a hacker shack. You remember that type of stuff? Because and then that was the great equalizer in some games. A team that's outmatched, they thought out of the box and they figured it out, and they were able to do things. But
even with hacker shack, you still had to have the guys who still put the ball in the basket. So while Shaq was missing his free throws, he had the Rick Foxes, the Kobe's, the Fishers, even the Devin Georges who could get the job done. It's a team. And right now, LeBron couldn't do it by himself. I mean, he couldn't do it by himself.
Hey, I'm with you on that. Yeah. No one can do it by themselves. So even when they win a championship, they didn't do that by themselves either.
I agree. Thank you. Man, say that one more time. Say that one more time.
When they win, they didn't do it by themselves either.
Do you mean the same thing for Michael Jordan and Kobe as well?
Oh, most definite.
Okay,
that's like bending the curve right there, man. Because we held them to different standards. It's only into this NBA where we don't understand why things are being done. We before LeBron, we knew why we considered Jordan the GOAT because of the things he had done. And it wasn't even watered down with stats and stuff because Kareem still had better stats in certain areas. We wasn't talking about that. But back then, we knew what we were talking about. Today, now that he got the threshold of the most points scored, so now does that was never one of the requirements. That was never a requirement back in the day. It was championships. But now, this is.
You mean team championships? Is that what you just said 2 minutes ago?
It's still team.
Teams.
It's still team.
Okay, so then when we recognize individual's greatness, we recognize it based on team championships. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so then Bill Russell then is the greatest player of all time. 11 championships, 11-0.
Yeah, but the rules were different back then, so that's why they don't even go that. You know, when you used to be able to do a layup for a free throw. Now, see, once again, you've been in the corner again.
I'm just here.
You know, different rules that other players didn't have to play by. That's why I don't like even crossing errors. You know, this person was the best in this era. This person was the best in that era. I don't even like crisscrossing it because then it becomes a little blurred because, you know, different rules. It was different things that were allowed that's not allowed now. You can get away with different things. You used to doggone be able to get mugged on the basketball court. You can't get none of that stuff happens now. So that's why I don't even like doing that. I like to call it for what it is. This person was great then. This person was great there. But when we all said who was the greatest, we knew what we were talking about. And we weren't talking about scoring titles. We was talking about a person that gets there and gets it done.
Mm-hmm.
That's you know, no knock on anybody. No knock on anybody.
Okay.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Hey, but
that's going to be a battle.
We weren't even supposed to talk about basketball right now, but we're just giving updates.
We just get into it, and we got to run with it. So, but we'll have that battle for another day because I actually got a good on Wednesday. I got a good analogy for you on comparing it. The GOAT conversation from a football perspective. But I'm gonna say that to Wednesday.
Oh yeah, yes.
A Wednesday argument. But let's get to this MMA. Or do we have to?
yeah. Because we gotta give props where props is due. And this MMA matchups, they look on paper, this looked like a real nice fight card. That Diaz-Perry fight, my goodness, that looked like some gladiators in there, but it didn't look like Perry was completely trying to dominate. It looked like he was giving Diaz a break. Yeah. Diaz didn't even look like he was in full scale training for it.
Well, he's been out of action for quite a long time. So yes. I mean, I think both guys, if I remember correctly, have been out for quite a long time. So they've come back after years of inactivity. So you can expect that. I mean, the undercard was the card because the main event was a major well, I don't know. I guess it depends on who you ask. If you like Ronda Rousey, you're like, oh my God, yeah, she's the baddest woman on the planet again. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
17-second submission.
Hey,
you know what it looks like in my eyes?
Hey, go ahead.
Somebody took a paycheck. Somebody said, "Hey, you get $2 million, I get $1 million. Let's not hurt each other."
It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm starting to see whenever what's the guy who jaw got broke that fought Tyson in that fake fight? Well, that exhibition fight. Jake Paul.
Paul, yes.
I'm starting to question whenever he's involved. I like his tenacity in the way he gets things done, but the main events in this fight, the best one was Negreanu and Lenz.
Right.
That was the best one, and still that one, it looked like Nakanu. Am I pronouncing his name right, Steve?
Yeah, Naganu.
Naganu. It looked like he was going to win from the beginning.
Right.
The other guy to me looked scared. He looked like he only took this fight because of the money he was promised. Right. But this is the main card.
Yeah.
Actually, the main people on this card should have been the undercard, like Cross and Pansy and DeSantos and the names, man. Pronouncing.
Well, the fight I saw on the card, the best one I saw was the Saladin Parnisse. So this is a guy from France,
right?
He beat Kenneth Cross in the first round. I mean, he just laid hands. You saw that one, yeah. He just laid hands, and
you can
I
see
felt bad for that
the
guy.
intensity of that fight. It was a good athletic fight, and
yeah.
But this was the undercard. That was the excitement.
It looked like, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. The main event was the worst of the fight, just because of how it happened.
I haven't even.
I've never done any training in MMA. Look, I've never done any MMA training, but I think I can last at least 17 seconds before I get submitted.
That's being honest.
You me. I have to be honest. I can make it through 17 seconds. I mean, you're supposed to, like, in boxing, they just jog around for a little bit to get through 17 seconds.
Yeah.
She just came in there and just took her down and just held her down and put her arm down, fight over.
It looked really bad because we expected a warrior fight. And
yeah, they're two champions.
From both of these ladies, and I'm a fan of both of them. Rowdy Ronda Rousey, fan. I'm a fan. And say her name, Carano. Carano. My goodness, Steve. Rousey, Carano. Can they actually leave on this fight? This wasn't even a fight. Carano didn't lay a punch.
Well, I'll tell you this much:
like an old wrestling match that you can tell was staged.
Right.
She put her leg up. She went down. She went to the arm bar, and then they started hugging.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this much: you and I both being boxing fans, you virtually never see a boxing card where the female fighters are the main event. I mean, I may be seeing one, maybe two in my lifetime.
Right.
A major card where the female fighters are the main event. You don't see it. As far as MMA goes, this might have set back putting women on the main event.
Wait a minute. Don't disrespect MMA. The big guy who's in charge of MMA, which is this was a Jake Paul fiasco.
This was a Jake Paul fiasco. But this is what I'm saying, though.
Nothing to do with the big dog.
Well, but again, MMA is going up against UFC. Are you talking about Dana White of UFC?
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm just saying, UFC. How many times have you seen a woman? I think Serrano maybe has one or two. There was Rowdy back in the day when she was in her prime. They don't put women as the main events in UFC or MMA.
But I'm not saying they can't, because these two had a big enough name for them to be a main event.
See, but that's the problem. They had a big enough name, but they didn't produce. That's going to be the question. Now it didn't hurt me because I watched it on, you watched it on Netflix. You didn't pay a dime for it.
Right. Well, no, I paid every month.
Yeah. If I paid $1,000 or $1,500 or $2,000 to sit ringside at the Into a Dome, I'd been pissed.
Well, if you just went there for that fight, but the undercards, they produced some nice matches.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The undercard did produce, but you went there to see Rousey and Carano. That's why they were. That's why they were the main event.
And that was a huge letdown.
It was a huge letdown. And like I said, not so much it was a letdown because of how the fight was lost. That was a letdown.
She didn't lay a finger on Ronda Rousey.
Okay, but I'm saying though, why did we watch boxing? Do we watch boxing to see
the battle,
disqualification? Do we watch boxing to see a TKO? No, we watch boxing to see a knockout.
Right.
If you're in MMA, no punches were thrown.
It was a
they didn't even make contact with each other.
It was, that lady came out and put her leg up,
right,
and then rolled on her back,
and then get her arm up.
Ronda, it looked like she was trying to punch her, but not trying to punch. And then she said after the fight, "I wasn't trying to hurt her."
Yeah, I mean it's hard. It's hard for me to sit there and take it serious.
You guys
How
out
can I
there,
take MMA serious?
you guys gotta let me know. Am I wrong? That was horrifying.
Horrifying. It was the worst case scenario for a fight they hyped up for months. Let's get it straight. They've been hyping this fight for months.
Yeah. And I thought this was only in boxing that we would see these type of
I can't even think of it.
where
But
money grabs.
Name me a big money boxing match that you can think of that went down this type of road, where the fight ended in 17 seconds.
Hey, Tyson did some of those.
Okay, but even with Tyson, though, Tyson knocked him out, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People can tolerate it if it's a knockout, like a Tyson Spinks.
Right.
That was a big money fight that everybody was hyped up about.
Yeah.
But I mean, he gave him a devastating one-punch knockout. Nobody left disappointed.
Not at all.
No, because he did what he came to do, which was to annihilate him.
And this had that type of fire. When I saw both these ladies come out, and I saw Ronda Rousey, and she had her game face down.
Yeah,
she walked to the ring. I was like, "Ooh, I can't wait to get into it." I got up to go get a bottle of water, and the fight was over.
You see him hugging and kissing. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I can't begin to express the emotions that went across my mind and through my body. How upset I was. I felt robbed. I felt dissatisfied. And then when she was asked, is this the way she wants to go out? She said she spent a year and a half training for this. And she's actually happy that it ended like this. I guess she was trying to go out on a career ending. Oh, not career ending, but a quick tap out, so she can add that to her W list. And now she's not fighting anymore.
Yeah, well, I don't care
to have more babies.
Between you and me, I don't care to see either one of them fight ever again. I saw enough.
Hey.
Neither one of them can get my time. My time is precious. That was 17 seconds. That was 17 seconds wasted.
Hey, I expect this from boxing because we've grown accustomed to money grabs. We've grown accustomed to bona fide soap operas,
right?
And not from MMA. But you know what? In my mind, I'm thinking this wasn't Dana White. This wasn't Dana White. Jake Paul is the master at putting money matches together, and people pay for it. I guess it is entertainment to some. It's just.
It didn't. You know what I compare it to? You know, on pro wrestling, they have squash matches,
right?
Where they got somebody who they're trying to hype up, so they get him out there against a total bum, and then they just go out there and just totally destroy him within 25 seconds and pin him, and you're like, oh, he's so devastating, he's so incredible, he's so amazing. That's what I compare this fight to. It was one of those squash matches where the other person didn't even show up. They just were there just to put the other person over.
One of our people watching on YouTube say, "Money grab, only a money grab."
Yeah, I mean that's. Thank you. That's all I could see it as. I mean, you have to see it as only a money grab. It was seven. They both. I think Ronda Rousey got 2.3 million. Gina Carano got 1.2 million.
It's a lot of money.
$1 million for 17 seconds. $1 million.
17 seconds. Not a punch landed. She put her leg up and she just grabbed her leg. Even when they went down to the ground, they didn't go down hard on the ground. Man, you know what? Steve, let me give an NBA update, something that's interesting. Let me give an NBA update. Drum roll, please. Spurs 83, Thunder 73. Hey, Steve, it looks like
they put their hands on. Well, I mean,
you said the Spurs, we were going to give them one more year since they was a young team.
I did say that.
OKC, we're going to give them this year because they geared for it. And it looked like it. They swept everybody they've been in competition with.
Hey, The Spurs, maybe they're ready this year. I don't know. I have the Thunder still. I think the Thunder are going to win in 7. But
I picked the Knicks, and
yeah, well,
if
we got to talk about that because
if the Spurs can throw down with the with OKC and go to a 7, that holds better for the Knicks, in my opinion. With all these games having to be played.
Well, the Knicks are still going to have to get through Cleveland. I mean, if we can just get a James Harden sighting, I mean, just show up. I mean, just give us. I mean, Game 7 again. I mean, he did have about 5 or 6 assists, but he had like 8, 9 points. James, first ballot Hall of Famer Harden, in a Game 7. Now, wait a second. Now, if LeBron James only scored 9 points in a Game 7, he'd be getting all the business. Can you imagine LeBron James only scoring 9 points in a Game 7?
Yeah.
I know you can't. Well, all the Jordanites, all the Kobe-ites, the Kareemites, the Magic-ites, every ites will be coming out saying, see, we told you he's a bum. We told you he's no good.
Nobody should ever say LeBron James is a bum. LeBron is the face of the NBA. He's the man right now. The only thing that's ever been up for question, and I don't believe you know how to draw back you know how to draw people back into this whole little realm is the finals. That's it. That's all anything. Nobody's questioned anything about LeBron, and anybody that says anything different about LeBron being great, something's wrong with their head.
He's never been called LeBum.
He's been called LeBron because you have people like you and other people that's pushing him to be more than what he is. That's why. That's the only reason. Is to only annoy you guys.
But you got Charles Barkley say he's not even a top 25 player. You said that last week. Charles Barkley said he's not even a top 25 player.
Hey, well, he is an NBA all talent right there.
Can you imagine saying he's not even in the top 25?
I mean, I guess it makes good for a good show. Good show.
Well,
makes good for
anyway. But anyway, I think he gets a bum rap. We're going to talk about that on Wednesday because, like I said, I got a great correlation to compare what LeBron's going through to somebody in the NFL. But I'll get to that on Wednesday.
But to summarize this MMA thing, I think we should leave it in the hands of Dana White because he puts it together the best so far that I've seen. Maybe I'll give Jake Paul another chance at putting together an actual great fight. Because, like I said, you said it also. The undercard was superb. But these big names, the only one that was look in shape and look ready to fight was Nagano and Lins. Ronda Rousey and Carano and Diaz and Perry. Perry destroyed Diaz like no other. I'm talking about a bloody pulp. They had to call the fight. He had this guy bleeding everywhere.
Yeah.
Dana White. I'm gonna leave it in the hands of Dana White. You know, Dana White also has boxing coming. Also, he's supposed to have put together a better system to make people have to fight people. So I'm looking into that.
I gotta see it before I get into it. I had heard of it. Was it Suffo or it goes like Suffo or something like that?
Yes.
I'm gonna give it a chance, but I'm not feeling too good. I'm not gonna lie about it.
7 Kevin said fake fight. Shots fired.
Shots fired. I mean, they got. It's gonna be a long time before you're gonna catch me watching MMA fight again. Let's just leave it at that.
Ooh.
Even for free, my time.
I'm not going as far as that because I didn't think of it this time because Ronda Rousey, you know, she's never done anything like this. Neither was her opponent. So I blame those ladies because they have an image, they have a standard. They should have won better for their name also.
You would think
But
so.
when you can get past, I guess a lot of people take these passes. It takes me. I love sports so much that it just takes me out, man. It really does something to the enthusiasm, like to purchase this type of stuff.
Right.
If I want to see a soap opera, I can turn during the daytime watch a daytime soap. I know what I'm getting then. Not when I watch a sports event. I want to see conflict, struggle, and resolution. I want to see somebody work it out. I want to see somebody come from behind and surprise you. That. Hey,
I'm gonna go back to my box. As much as I have a love-hate with boxing, I'm gonna go back to my boxing. Hopefully, this Pacquiao versus Mayweather fight will come through. I'm skeptical about that fight too. But I guess the only fight that I'm really eager to watch is going to be this Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Even though it's years too late, to me, that's the only fight that I really truly feel is going to be a legitimate knock him out, drag him out fight.
Hey, we're gonna cover that all as well.
We will definitely cover that one. I'll be happy to cover. But as far as MMA goes, they're gonna have to really do something to me to get me to waste my time.
Well, hey, on the horizon, don't you have a bit of NFL news before we get up out of here?
Well, yeah, we do got one thing to mention about, and my favorite player. Anybody who watches the show knows I'm being facetious. Aaron freaking Rodgers. We're going to be tormented for one more year of Aaron freaking Rodgers. Just when you thought it was safe to watch the NFL again, 1 year, $25 million for the guy who has robbed more teams in the last 4 years than anybody in the NFL. He robbed the Packers, he robbed the Jets, and now he's going to rob the Steelers again.
I'm not going to go as far as that because, I've always been an Aaron Rodgers fan. It wasn't until late that I started seeing his other side, the side that, a lot of people that played with him talk about. I finally started to see the light, but he is a talent. I mean, if you can go pull Joe Flacco out the hat, Steve, you definitely can keep Aaron Rodgers playing. If Joe Flacco can come back over a Cam Newton, what was the quarterback that the Denver went and picked up for their playoff run to go to the Super Bowl? What was his name?
That's me. Look, we can talk about Phillip. We can talk about Phillip Rivers. We can talk about Rivers. Are you talking about Phillip Rivers?
No, the Denver this playoff season.
Are you talking about? I know you're talking about Jarrett. You talking about Jarrett, the one who played in the playoff game for the Broncos?
Yes.
Yeah, Jarrett. I think his last name is Jarrett. Yeah.
If you can go pick these guys up over people that is highly qualified, in shape, you can go grab a Phillip Rivers that's been coaching his kids' football team that hasn't played a game, Joe Flacco. You can use Aaron Rodgers. If you can look over all these names that could give you a real shot at winning and just go to put a name on the board that from nostalgia from back in the day, just to put some butts in the seat so you can make some money at your stadium. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers can play. Stop it, Steve.
No, I mean, I've never questioned, this. I've never questioned his talents. I question his will to play. And so what I'm saying, 1 year, $25 million, the Steelers are investing a lot of money in somebody who, let's be honest, when the going gets tough, he gets going. And his career, and let's just talk about his career. In his career, when the games are the highest, I call him the James Harden. He's the James Harden of the NFL. Regular season, 4-time league MVP,
Oh.
Oh my! In the regular season, he is amazing. But come playoff times, go ahead and pull up what's his career playoff record? Do us a favor. Pull up Aaron Rodgers' career playoff record. Give me that pleasure. Give me that pleasure. This is the 4-time first ballot Hall of Famer. 4-time.
Aaron Rodgers holds a career playoff record of 12-11.
Thank
One
you.
Super Bowl, 1-4 NFC championship, 4-6 divisional round, 6-1 wild card round.
Thank you. So what I read from that, as the games get bigger, Aaron Rodgers gets smaller.
Hey.
He gets smaller. As the games get more competitive, Aaron Rodgers gets more stiff. And that's my argument. That's been my argument. You know,
all I can say, and this is something that Pittsburgh fans can hold their hat on. You do have a bona fide squad. You got you a DK Metcalf over there, and you got Rico Dotto. Not just he's had a 1,000-yard season every season. Don't understand why neither team retained him, but now he's on a Pittsburgh team looking for a home with a big chip on his shoulder.
Big chip.
So,
huge.
Hey, all I can say is the Pittsburgh team should be a scary team this season with Aaron freaking Rodgers once again at the helm.
All I know is I heard Rico Dotto has Carolina circled on the schedule.
I heard it.
Can you give me, when's that date? Let us know real quick. Can you look real quick? When is that Pittsburgh Carolina game? So I can circle it on the calendar. We can, because you know I love when it's personal, and he's already come out and said he's got a little something for you guys. He's already said
December 27th.
Oh, we gotta wait to the end. What's the NFL doing?
Hey,
you gonna say that game?
If my team is healthy, we putting hands on Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but that might be a game given circumstances. Y'all might already be out of the playoffs.
Out. Carolina's going to run the South this season.
I'm just saying, y'all might be out of the playoffs.
Is running the South this season.
Okay, but even worse, maybe you guys already had the Division One. Maybe you already had the Division One, and you're going to rest Young for the playoffs. Now, is that fair for me when Rico Dowdle wants to put hands on you guys to not even have Bryce Young out there because you guys already have your division title?
Rico can want to do what Rico want to do, and he gonna get his money, because if they smart, when somebody has a chip on their shoulder, you better get that man the ball. But Carolina ain't no joke.
If he don't get 25 rushes that game, McCarthy needs to be fired.
Well, we'll see. It's a long season, Steve. It's a long season. And we're going to give you guys more updates on Blow the Whistle Sports this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Please tune in. Tell a friend, tell another friend. Hey, because this show that you're watching right here is the show before the show.
Well, we're going to give a teaser. On Wednesday, we're going to talk about the NFC North and the AFC North.
Yes.
2 powerhouse divisions. We're going to break it down for you.
We're going
to talk a little more about Aaron Rodgers on Wednesday, because we're going to get to that AFC North. So, looking forward to it. I got a whole lot to say.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Like always, it's been a pleasure. Please like, subscribe, and share, and tell a friend. We'll see y'all Wednesday, 7 p.m. Hey, Steve, you got anything to say before we get up out of here?
You guys enjoy the playoffs. Tomorrow, Cleveland is going to win game 1. Mark it down, knock it down, stick it out. Cleveland beats the Knicks tomorrow, game 1. See you Wednesday.
Hey, let me give you a quick update. We about to get out of here. Spurs 89, Thunder 84.
Okay,
it's a nail biter. It's the fourth quarter.
Well, I'm going to go watch it right now.
Guys, Wednesday.
Peace.